Shane Cashman, and welcome to Volume 2 of Tales from the Inverted World, Ghosts of the Civil War, now a timcast.com exclusive. The following story you are about to hear is true. The gold is the ghost story. On my last day in town, William Glenn told me the world could end at any moment. He'd gone weeks without hearing much from the ghosts, but now, so he said, they wouldn't stop repeating the same two words: war and danger. Something horrible is about to happen, he said. The ghosts were supposedly telling him that the war in the spiritual world was spilling into ours. I asked him if he thought we were witnessing the end of the world. I haven't been told directly by the ghosts that we are in the end times, but I do believe that we are. What do you make of this war in the spirit world? I asked. He suspects it's only gotten worse. He's also been having a nightmare about a family of 3 dying in a fire in the 1940s. There's something in the nightmare that he thinks is a sign to help us in this world. How do you interpret dreams like that? I asked. Dreams could be memories of a past life or spirit communications or access to another dimension, he said. William's voice had a slight tremble when he spoke of the potential for war. I think he's also been rattled by the recent invasion of Ukraine that started a few weeks ago. Last night when I talked to Clint about war, he said he thought the nation's power grid could go while I was down here. He thought there was a chance all planes could be grounded. So I bought a road map and told him I'd steal my rental car and drive it home if I had to. Talk of war bred new paranoia. People seemed to be looking at the sky more often, as if rockets were inbound. This futility was especially present in that generation who once ran bomb drills in grade school during the Cold War. A phrase like World War III found its way into nearly every conversation. TVs were on in the cafes and gas stations, and the employees kept their necks craned up to the news, shaking their heads in disbelief. If fear of plague and lockdown had passed over a majority of this town, the threat of war was doing a number on the locals. The 24/7 news cycle put many in a psychological straitjacket. If they weren't talking about World War, they'd talk about a new civil war. I don't believe anyone I spoke to was craving any type of conflict, but they spoke as though they were prepared. And I began to imagine this nightmare scenario in which war did break out, here, and the South would do to the North what the North once did to the South. Just because we appear modern doesn't mean we're still not capable of getting totally barbaric. Something horrible was happening, but I couldn't say whether or not it was war or rapture or just the existential tug of oblivion. For all I knew, the world actually ended in 2012, or 2008, or 1843, or 1524, or maybe it was Y2K. Or maybe it was when Halley's Comet scattered space poison across the planet. Maybe we aren't sacrificing enough virgins. Maybe there was a nuclear war and we're just vaporized memories playing out ad infinitum. Maybe there was a great flood. Or maybe a supervolcano buried us in ash eons ago. Maybe we're all figments of a brain soaking in a vat of formaldehyde. Or maybe the memes have guessed it right, and we are truly living out some form of dream sequence in a purgatory through the perpetual sphere of strangeness. Humanity seemed like it was going through more of an interior moral rot than an outright apocalypse. But maybe one had to happen first for the other to take root. Only in an absurd world would anyone see a spike in satirical presidential campaign t-shirts and bumper stickers begging to elect a comet or an earthquake for President of the United States of America.